Well, it's that time of year. We got the haying equipment all cleaned up and ready to go. Everything's been greased, all the chains have been lubed up. So we're gonna go and cut a friend's property here soon. So we're gonna get ready to do that. So we're gonna have to actually drive out a good ways. So my brother's gonna jump on the old David Brown and drive it out there. We got it hooked onto the hay bind. We got the old Massey 50 hooked onto the square baler. And we got the Massey Super 90 hooked onto the round baler. I think we're gonna round bale that property out there. So we're gonna take that out there this morning. I've got to do some measuring because I'm not sure. I might be able to get that square baler on one of the, or that round baler rather, on one of the trailers. But if we do, it's gonna just fit. So we may end up driving that out there too. But anyways, let's get going. Going through here. Oh, he's got it. And we're out on the road with a long journey ahead of us to upset some cottagers because we'll slow them down for a few minutes, but oh well, such is the life. But yeah, we got a bit of a journey ahead of us, so let's get to it. Well, we've been driving along for about 20 minutes now, and we're probably halfway there. So we'll just keep chug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour. Well, we're coming up on where we want to get cutting here. See if he can make the corner without taking out the mailboxes or driving the hay bind down into the ditch. That'll be our first good start. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to open the rope, I suppose. All right, first piece of haying equipment is here. Oh, that's the first step. All right, we got the old Massey Super 90 fired up, the round baler, and we're gonna begin our journey out there. I was saying it might fit on the trailer, but Cal thinks he'd rather drive it out there because he likes driving them, so why not? So we'll get going and doing that. All right, well, we switched drivers here because it's a couple days later. We didn't actually get to take it out that day. The brakes were sticking on a little bit, so we did some greasing and freed them up. So anyways, good old Victor's on the tractor now, and we're headed out to a friend's farm there. We'll start cutting some hay. This tractor moves a little quicker than the old David Brown, so that's good. The old David Brown is going about 23 kilometers. This is going pretty near 40 kilometers. Okay, that was 40 kilometers downhill, but now we're going about 30, which is still quicker. Chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour, hogging up the road with my baler on my Massey Ferguson tractor. Woo, we are just gonna upset some tourists today. Slow them down for a couple minutes. But that's all part of the farm life. We are here. All right, we got it parked here nicely out of the way. Fired up the David Brown. We're gonna warm it up, then we'll go and cut some hay. They have some old hay bales in there, some large square bales. They wanted to get out. They're no good anymore. So we're going to use the skid steer and the forks, pull them out, pile them back over there. So let's get to it. Now my main concern here is I hope this old barn floor holds the skid steer. And I guess we're fixing to find out. Well, I decided to try to pick up the pace and try 2 at a time here, but there's a good bump when you come out of the barn, so that didn't overly work out this time. But I did manage to get them both out of the barn, so that's a win. So these bales were at an awkward distance where my back wheels were still out of the barn, and I couldn't quite get in to reach the bales to knock them over without fear of tipping. So Cal decided to take it on himself to monkey man to the top there and just heave-ho them over, so that worked out.
I got it.
How many rows is there?
3 more.
See if you can knock them down, at least this one, then it's only too high.
Well, it has to teeter, so once we get there.
Oh, it won't teeter on there enough? No, okay. All right, I'll get these ones. So, since there's no more piles that high holding this one at the back, it's become quite tippy, and I'm having difficulty sliding the forks under it without it just wanting to roll over backwards. So, let's see what we can do and hope for the best, I guess. I'm just trying to get the tips of the forks under as far as I can, and then trying to curl it to roll the bales back toward me, so at least they'll fall down toward me. But anyway, let's see how that works. Well, I mean, at least they're down now. Well, I think this load is doomed to fail right from the start, but Cal thought it was worth a shot to try to get out with the forks. and cleaned out. We're back over to the hayfield here where Victor's making some decent progress. We've brought down the little blue tractor and put the sickle mower on it. So Cal's gonna start going around the field behind him just to help to speed it up here a little bit, because we rake it all anyways before we bale it. So the sickle mower will work just fine to help speed up the process a little bit, because yeah, that's a good chunk of a hayfield. So anyways, we're gonna leave them to it because I've got to go look at a different job, but we'll come and check back later on. Well, unfortunately, as soon as I left, the haybine broke down. A pulley broke on it, but Victor was able to cobble it back together after some figuring out and finding some parts. And then not too long after that, a couple passes later, a bearing blew out of it. So the problem with it is you can't get going too fast because it's quite old. So I'm wondering if it's almost time to upgrade. Maybe at least a decade newer or two. Well, they didn't get a whole lot cut more, but that's not on them. The problem is my old haybine keeps breaking down. And here we are again. And it's broken one more time. So that's fun. All right, well, we'll have to come up with a solution to this. Well, here's Victor fixing another broken chunk of the old haybine. All right, so I got sick and tired of that haybine breaking every second pass, so I went and got another one. So we got a New Holland 489. Supposed to be in good working order, it's supposed to work quite well. It's a bit bigger than my other one. This is a 9-foot one. So we're gonna pull it with the bigger tractor, the Massey Ferguson Super 90, and we'll keep pulling the other one with the David Brown tractor. Hopefully we'll get twice as much if it wants to hold together now, but at least if it goes down, it doesn't halt operations completely. So let's see how this rig does. Cal and Victor are just hooking up the old hay rake there. Cal's gonna start raking the rows around out of the way. Then at least we can start baling the outside, because it's been drying for a day. So maybe tomorrow afternoon, if we get a chance, I'll come and we'll try to bale the outside anyways while we're still cutting the inside. I don't think we're gonna get it all cut tonight, but we'll see what happens. All right, we're gonna let Victor go on the maiden forage here. Take her nice and slow, make sure everything's working good. Well, we're off to a good start. We don't want to get too excited yet. We'll see if it goes around without breaking anything. Well, Victor's just about back around. Cal's coming with the rake in the opposite direction. Nothing's blown up yet, knock on wood. But if all goes well, we got the old haybine back together over there. So I might jump on it and see if it holds together to do some more passes and speed things up. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah. That is some tall hay. All right, it's doing well. Let's hope she holds together. Well, Cal's been cutting at it for a while. He's got the whole top part cut. There's just this part here left to cut. So we'll get that cut. Then maybe we'll do some baling on the outside ones that were cut a couple days ago, because they should be dry anyways. But yeah. All right, we got the field all cut, ready to be baled. So we'll make a couple rounds anyways and try out that round baler that we just got from the auction. See how that goes. Well, this video is getting long, so I'm going to end it here. I'll get some footage of the baler in action for the next video. Thanks for watching.